Hey, what's up? Welcome through the mixing glass. My name is Joel. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be making some New Orleans cocktails. Two of them, in fact. Not the Hurricane, not the Hand Grenade, not the Sazerac, not the Vieux Carre. Two New Orleans cocktails that I've never had before, and hopefully you haven't either. I found both of these drinks in Robert Simonson's cocktail newsletter, The Mix. It's a Substack newsletter. If you're not familiar with Robert Simonson, he's one of the best cocktail journalists in the country. He's written a number of books about it, writes for the New York Times, Punch, all the good publications. In his newsletter, he also writes a lot about various hot dog styles of the Northeast. It's a must subscribe as far as I'm concerned. Definitely check it out. Highly recommend it. Do that after we make these drinks, though. We're making two New Orleans cocktails. Let's get started. Thanks for stopping by through the mixing glass, where we are all about creative, modern cocktails. You're not going to find a ton of classic cocktails on this channel. What you will find are pop culture cocktails, modern drinks from working bartenders, equipment reviews, tier rankings, and even some original drinks from me. This video will give you some ideas for how you can start working Amaro into your home bar. If you're looking for new drinks to make at home, this is the channel for you. This is Through the Mixing Glass, looking at cocktails differently. First up is the Bywater, which was created by bartender Chris Hanna at Arnaud's French 75 bar in New Orleans. First into our mixing glass is a 1/4 ounce of Velvet Falernum. This is going to bring notes of lime, almond, clove, and other spices. Next is 1/2 ounce of Averna, which is a bittersweet Italian Amaro that's packed with the flavor of orange, caramel, cola, and licorice. Now it's time for 3/4 ounce of green Chartreuse. This is an herbal French liqueur that's actually really hard to find right now here in the States from what I understand. Hopefully this drink ends up being good enough to justify using some of your precious supply. And our last ingredient for this drink is 1 3/4 ounces of aged rum. I'm going with Flor de Caña Añejo Oro, which is a 4-year-old rum produced in Nicaragua. Quick digression while I stir this, there appears to be something of a discrepancy online about whether the recipe for this drink calls for Peychaud's bitters or not. On Difford's Guide, they do call for Peychaud's, but on Serious Eats and a number of other websites, they don't. Here on YouTube, Steve the bartender went no bitters, while Truffles on the Rocks did. The closest sourcing I've been able to find is on the website Got Rum, where Krista Lavi says she spoke to bartender Chris Hanna about his rum preferences for the drink, and the recipe she posted does not include bitters, which I think since she spoke to him, it probably would have if it was called for it in the drink. So anyway, that's why I didn't include it in the video, but basically it's up to you if you want to add some Peychaud's. Nice pour. Let's set that aside while we make our next drink. Next is the Holy Water, which was created by Lauren Schell for the bar Seaworthy in, you guessed it, New Orleans. First up is 3 dashes of Angostura. Next is a 1/4 ounce of freshly squeezed grapefruit juice. We're following that with 1/2 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. And what the heck, let's add 1/2 ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice too. We have got a lot of citrus to balance out, so let's do 3/4 ounce of orgeat, which if you are new to cocktails is a delicious almond syrup. Now it's time for some booze. First up is an ounce of cognac. I'm going with Pierre Ferrand. Last ingredient before we shake and start lighting stuff on fire is an ounce of rum. Now the recipe calls for a house-made spice rum that has been infused with golden raisins, orange peels, vanilla beans, cinnamon, and other spices. I don't have that though, so I'm just gonna go with a lightly aged Demerara rum that should work fine as a substitution. The garnish for this is really gonna be the star of the show here. We're going to take a hollowed out lime half, flip it upside down, and rest it on the top of the drink. Let's drop a sugar cube in there and fill it with 1/2 ounce of the extremely flammable green Chartreuse. Now, in the immortal words of Fall Out Boy, let's light it up. Here's a close-up shot with the lights off so you can see the blue flame caramelizing the Demerara sugar cube. How cool is that? Okay, there we have it, the Bywater in the Holy Water, which, I hope you can hear it there, it's still sizzling. I'm gonna blow it out because I don't wanna stick my face into a scalding blue flame of green Chartreuse and Demerara sugar cubes. So let me just blow that out. There we go. How fun is that? I love flames, I love fire, love them in a cocktail. Let's go ahead and give the Holy Water a try here. Cheers. Oh. That's awesome. That is as theatric and as delicious as you could possibly get a cocktail. The drink itself, it's tart, it's sweet, it's got rum, it's got the cognac, it's got all the flavors that you want in kind of a modern tiki cocktail, which is what this is. And then you've got that next level with the lime half, the green chartreuse, the sugar cube lit on fire. The aromatics on this thing are incredible. Oh, so good, so good. I gotta go for another sip. This is so tasty. Ugh. Love that. Well done on the holy water to whoever created that. I will probably have mentioned that when I was making the drink. I don't know off the top of my head though. Delicious. Let's go for the Bywater now. Two very different cocktails, both water themed, both have green chartreuse, both have rum. Similar ingredients, very different drinks and presentation. Let's go ahead and give the Bywater a try. Cheers. Oh, that is almost medicinal in a way. It's the cola notes from the Averna play off nicely with the chartreuse, the rum, the spice from the Velvet Falernum, all working very nicely here. I have to say, when I first saw this, I wondered, does this need something, some citrus to kind of cut through all of these ingredients? I think the Falernum is serving in that capacity there. It is a sweeter cocktail. There are some heavy-handed ingredients here. Chartreuse is no, it's not a shy ingredient. You're gonna know when green chartreuse is there. Same with the Averna. Highly recommend both of these. This feels to me like you probably don't need both lemon, lime, and grapefruit. You could probably simplify that if you wanted to. Recipe calls for all three of those citruses. Who am I to say that the creator of this amazing drink is wrong? But I think it could be simplified a little bit. If you only have lime, just use lime. The grapefruit would maybe be something you wouldn't want to leave out. Very tasty though. Love the orgeat, providing a nice kind of creamy, rich sweetness, counterbalancing it all. I like that a lot. I wonder if I should dump out the chartreuse into the drink. Let's see how that goes. We've got like a caramelized chartreuse sludge now kind of entering the party. Let's see if that changes anything here. Let's give that, there we go. All right, let's see. Yeah, some of those caramel notes from the sugar cube that got, burnt down and melted into like a liquidy chartreuse sugar sludge. That's really tasty. I like both of these a lot, but if you can't tell, that is probably my favorite of the day here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like these New Orleans cocktails. Why don't you let me know in the comments what your favorite New Orleans cocktail is. Is it the hand grenade served in like that massive plastic thing on the Bourbon Street bars? Is it something much more classy like a Sazerac or a Vieux Carre? New Orleans, great cocktail culture. Definitely check out the mix, Robert Simonson's newsletter. He put together a list of, I think it was like 40 of New Orleans best cocktails. These were two of the ones that I picked out from that. So many more to choose from though. Check out the newsletter. If you aren't already, please hit subscribe to the channel. That would really help me a lot. And let me know in the comments, what do you think of each of these drinks? All right, thank you so much. I will catch you on the next episode. Cheers.